suicide. It scares you to hear this thing, especially if you have witnessed or heard one of your friends or family members succumb to this suicide. I tell you, I underwent similar situation in my 20s. Very close friend of mine. Often I wonder what leads people to commit, feeling tremendous guilt or shame, perhaps.
In local news, police are still looking for the driver of a hit and run that occurred last night on Old Hillhurst Road. 35-year-old Amanda Pickens was struck at 10:30 p.m. and died of internal injuries 2 hours later. Amanda leaves behind a husband and a 10-month-old daughter. Any information should be passed on to the police. Now the traffic with Marty Shin.
Can you imagine what kind of monster would hit a woman and just drive away? I don't know how they could live with themselves.
You have to make things right.
I will.
He came to see me. That was his last visit, but I could not meet him.
Is Kanha here? I need to speak with him.
Sorry, he's not in today. Would you like to leave a message?
Yeah, I'll leave a message.
He left a note. Dear Kamlesh, I came to see you. I don't know if we'll meet again. When somebody is especially going through crisis in life, some failure, some shame, some guilt, you're not the only one succumbing to such a guilt. Tell me even one person who has not committed sin in this world. No one can be spared. So why feel guilty? Why punish yourself? But 2 days later, I found in the newspaper, boy committed suicide, hanging himself on a fan. I was devastated.
Arit, where did we put... Oh God. Oh no. Arit! 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 Wake up! Wake up! No!
One keep wondering, where did I go wrong? Because in a family, every member is somehow directly or indirectly responsible. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there for my friend. Could I have done something?
Police are still looking for the driver of a hit and run that occurred last night on Old Hillhurst Road. 35-year-old Amanda Pickens was struck at 10:30 p.m. and died of internal injuries 2 hours later. Any information should be passed on to the police.
Imagine what kind of monster would hit a woman and just drive away. I don't know how they could ever live with themselves.
I wouldn't be so quick to condemn this person. They could have just been in shock and they didn't know what to do. Or they could have been scared and they just needed a moment to process. And they could have just been a good person who needed a moment to themselves.
You might be right, Kamlesh.
take this as an alarming note, especially when a person has already committed once and failed. They have to be monitored very closely. They need more love, they need more affection. We need to give them more hopes in life that yes, that's not the end of the world. Help is always available, be it from God or be it from one of your associates or a family member or a friend. Only thing is just knock the door of your best friend. There is always a help. If we can open our hearts, close our eyes, and meditate for a few minutes and see the consequences of our next action, everything will become clearer to our eyes and heart. Then one need not go through this attempt or even thought of committing suicide, because meditation opens up hope, opens up clarity, gives us light. It takes us out of darkness of ignorance.
Yes, I'd like to report a hit and run.
Every year, almost 800,000 people commit suicide. That is one every 40 seconds. It is said that 48% of Americans has only one friend with whom they can share very close stories, close feelings, closer to their hearts. What happens to the rest of 52%? There are many eager souls, good-hearted people, generous hearts. We can also seek professional help, psychiatric help, who can make world of a difference in life, who can actually inspire us to take on the challenges in life. And many people who have attempted suicide but failed to commit, their life has changed drastically. They become somehow so good in their life. They become soft-hearted. They become so generous. When it comes to actual heart-to-heart discussion with a friend, it can be a big challenge. But don't give up. Though we may not have a solution, heart-to-heart talk is the only way we can save one more soul. Thank you.